Hello, everybody! Welcome to the show. Again, I'm sorry, I'm kidless tonight. They went to bed. I had to do a wine project after work. We are trying to salvage a barrel of Mourvedre from a friend who is struggling with an H2S problem, which is when wines can sometimes almost get infected or with sort of this, like, it's a very sulfury, like, eggy, kind of disgusting smell. And when that happens, it's really kind of tough to correct. Requires, racking the wine, splashing it out, sometimes adding copper sulfite in a very small amount to the wine. And then when that precipitates out, you got to rack it again. There's kind of a lot of gentle handling required when that happens. So we're going to see if we can help this friend out. He will share that barrel of wine with us if we're able to fix it. So I got home late from work, and finally my coworker delivered, and she was gracious enough to pick up Fieldwork. This is one of my favorite beers of all time. This is the Coconut Milk IPA. So Fieldwork, there are 3 locations, I think, in the city, in San Francisco, Oakland, and Sacramento. I could be wrong about San Francisco. I'm pretty sure Oakland and Sac. Someone will correct me in the comments. But they have 3 spots. I don't think they actually brew in the Sacramento one. I've only been there a couple times, believe it or not. And I'll try and make the story short. So a couple years ago, I was out with a coworker. After work, we went to Final Gravity to grab a beer after work. It's a little bottle shop, tap room, and there was this coconut milk IPA on tap. And I'm like, well, that sounds kind of weird, but yeah, I'll try it. And they poured me a glass of that, and I got back to my seat, and I tasted this beer, and the smell, the taste, the way the coconut was integrated into the beer. I mean, it wasn't like overly coconutty where it was like gross. It was almost so subtle you had to hunt for it, but it was there. At least this was a couple years ago. And I was so like intrigued by this coconut IPA. Plus, it wasn't like some fruity beer. This was still an IPA, very well structured IPA, but was like laced with coconut in this perfect way, played with the tropical hops. It was great. So I went and embarked on a home brewing adventure to try and replicate that beer. And if you search for coconut IPA on Google, you'll probably find a whole thread on a site called homebrewtalk.com. And I started this thread and my recipe, and I iterated on it and revised it, made a couple different batches of beer, buying coconuts, toasting them myself, carving out the meat, doing the whole thing, and I got really close and a really delicious home brew. And now I finally am getting to taste this again, and I can't wait to see. Watch, I'll probably hate it this time. But so excited to see if this is how I remember it. So it is I was going to say West Coast style, and I believe it is. It's just, looks more East Coasty now. I thought I remember it being West Coasty, but I am fine with that. Hand-toasted coconut, lactose, and Citra hops, and I'm a big fan of Citra. What's funny is I did message the brewers over there, and I think they have mentioned using a different hop in addition to Citra in previous batches. So I wonder if they're going all Citra this time, or they're just not listing it on the can, which would be kind of weird. So anywho, so definitely not West Coast looking. This looks hazy. This looks East Coast. That could be a departure as well. I can't remember. Let's see what we're picking up on the nose. Oh, it's so good. Oh my God. Man. Guys, I cannot explain how much I love this beer. It's almost like chocolatey smelling too. It's not like, I've had some other coconut beers, but they end up smelling too like, you know, Coco Cabana sunscreen, cheapo, you know, freshman college girls dorm room, sort of like artificial coconut sweet disgustingness. And to me, this is like, I mean, they say hand-toasted coconut is added. They're not adding some odd coconut extracts or flavors to imitate coconut. They are adding coconut to the beer, and it smells that way to the extreme. It's got this, like, not just like a sweetness from the coconut. When you smell it, and I think this is a play between the Citra hops and the coconut. It's like, it is such a perfect balance of the, guys, this is making me excited. Oh, it smells so good. I can't drink it. I'm just gonna sit here and smell it all night. It's a double IPA, 8.6% ABV. So it's a big boy. Yeah, just marvel. And okay, let's try it. I'm running out of tape here. I'm gonna try this beer. Don't let me down, beer. Yeah, that is really good. It smells and tastes, secondary flavors of coconut. There's sort of the creaminess comes through at the very end. Don't be alarmed when you see that lactose is in this. This is not like a creamsicle type beer, but it absolutely has this like it is a perfect. This should be a 100-point beer. This should be at the top of everybody's search list. I love this beer. There is one or two trading partners I will probably be sharing this beer with. After that, just don't even ping me, because I am drinking every single one of these beers myself, other than maybe those two. My brother-in-law, unfortunately, asked me for a can. I gotta save him one. I got 8 cans in total. This is number 1. Brother-in-law is number 2. My trading partners, 3 and 4. I mean, that leaves me a 4-pack of this beer, and I'm not planning to share it at all. Dude. All right, I gotta go. I'm just gonna go enjoy this. It feels so tropical. I feel like my roof just got blown off. There's a tropical sea breeze. I'm sipping on coconut juice. Yeah, I can't say enough about this beer. I freaking love it. All right, that's all I got, guys. Have a good night. Adios.